How can you be more effective when you work remote with a team? Hi, I'm Lori from LoriThayer.com. And this is definitely something I've been looking at lately as I work remotely with my team. And I have a team of about 15 people I work with for my regular job. And what we find as we work remote, if most people are in the office and one is remote, that remote person really gets left out of the loop. So it's a problem that we need to work on and solve. Some of the ways that we are working on to solve this problem is more effectively using our messenger tool called Slack. Slack is a great tool where you can have channels of people talking, but one of the things we slide into is more doing direct messaging rather than using the group channels. So we need to use channels more so that the people who are remote have a chance of at least knowing what's going on. We're still not going to be able to overhear conversations, but if a few more people are working remote, it's going to be more likely we have those conversations in a written form in Slack. Also, learning to not delay the conversation. Just because you're remote or you want to talk to somebody who's remote doesn't mean you should wait a day or two until they're in the office. Now, we work on a very fast paced schedule, releasing code actually to production every 2 weeks. We don't have time to wait. So anytime I hear somebody say, oh, well, wait, so-and-so will be back in the office tomorrow. It's like, no, no, no. They're on Slack, send them a message, assuming they're working remotely and not on vacation. If they're on vacation, leave them alone. If they're working remotely, send them a message or start a Google Hangout. One of the things I really like about Slack is you can connect it up to other tools like Google Hangouts, and then I can start a Hangout in a Slack channel just by going /Hangout, and it will start it. So easy. So we actually did a trial just last week with 95% of my team working remote so that we could work on these tools. So that's another way. Practice using these tools so that you get more used to using them. Other ways to work more effectively when you're remote, is to have a quiet place to work. Now, if your kids are home, you need to have an area where you can go in, shut the door, and let them know it's work time. I'll come out on breaks and you can ask me questions, but you can't just interrupt and bother me while I'm working, right? And if you have to, maybe you go to a local library or to a coffee shop to do your work. Also, if you're an extrovert and you really like having people around, a coffee shop might also be a better place for you to work. So you're not just on your own, which may not feel very fun to you at all because you may feel very cut off from everybody. Another thing is to make sure you're getting up and moving around. Now, this is one I really struggle with. When I'm at work, I get up, I talk to people, you have conversations, and I make sure I go for a walk every day, which is great. And I do it about halfway through my day, and it makes it so much easier to sit down and get focused again. When I work remote, that pretty much never happens. I barely move. This is not good. This is an area to work on. So making sure you still set that time aside to get up and move. Now, one thing I've noticed is that if I'm on a call and I can do that call from my phone rather than my computer, that is a great time for me to get up and move around while I'm on the conference call. And of course, all sorts of ways to move, right? Just go for a walk or get up and do a workout, over your lunch hour. Take that lunch hour and make sure you move around rather than working straight through. Another thing to do is make sure you have a good space to work. Again, this is not my strong point. I really like to just sit on the couch and be comfortable. That is not ideal. It's not good for my posture. It's not the best work environment. So finding a setup that works for you. This is something that I'm going to be working on. At work, I have a desk where I can sit or I can stand, and it's great. And I can move throughout the day from one to the other very easily. At home, I don't like any of the desks I have to work at, so I don't work at them. But that's something to work on. I have a son who's graduating high school soon. We will be reclaiming that room, and that's one of the problems I'm looking to solve. So I would love to hear from you. What are your best tips when you work remotely with a team to make that more effective? And what's your desk setup at home that you love, or what don't you like? Share with me in the comments. Just another note about one thing that works really great for us. We are an agile team and we do daily stand-ups. So even though I'm working remote, I always call in and everybody goes around on these stand-ups and says, this is what I did yesterday, this is what I'm doing today, this is where I'm stuck. And then you're very aware of what everybody is working on and kind of, I know what things are coming to me that I need to work on, what things I need to deliver to somebody else. So that touch point with everybody in that moment to kind of chat and talk and just know where everything is, I think is really key to just still feeling in touch with your team. And, as a leader and a manager, that helps you do your work there as well. So share with me your tips, like, comment, and share this video with other people it would be helpful for, and have a great day.